All right, so if you can hear me, please, can you do me a favor and use the chat section and let me know that you can hear me, okay? Just use the chat section and let me know that you can hear me. Can anyone hear me? All right, thank you. It's all right. All right. All right. I think we'll just get started. All right, good evening once again and welcome to the meeting today. Okay, so we'll just get started immediately. And in today's meeting, I want us to get used to using the futures trading calculator. All right, depending on the exchanges you're using, every exchange has what we call futures trading calculator. All right, and in today's meeting on the Binance exchange, we're going to look at the Binance futures trading calculator and how you can actually use them to make decisions before you enter a trade. All right, so that before you enter a trade, and you should know what you'll be expecting. Okay, if the trade goes in your favor or if it goes against you, you should have that overview of what should happen. All right, whether the trade goes in your favor or against you. The calculator can actually give you an idea of what you should be expecting. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the Binance futures trading calculator. All right, after that, I'll take your general questions on anything you want to ask of, and we'll see how we can address it in the meeting before we call it a day. Okay, so once you go to your futures trading on Binance, I will do this and I'll equally show you where that option is on the phone, okay, on the app, if you're using your mobile app to do the trading. So once you go to your futures trading interface, okay, you want to see this option here, okay? So by the top where you have your price, you see this option here that has this plus and equal. Okay, if you click on it, the calculator pops up. All right. So on the calculator here, we have the PNL, all right, profit and losses. This is what this stands for. You can calculate your profit and losses, what you should make if you enter a position at a certain price and the rest, okay? Then you have the target price, okay? You have the liquidation price, you have the max open, and then the open price. All right, so we're going to look at all of these different tabs one after the other and how best you can use them. So I'll just walk you through it. Everything you see here, all of the tabs are the same thing you see when you open it on the app. Okay, for those of you who may not know how to access this calculator, the Binance Futures calculator on the app, at the end of the day, I will share my phone screen, okay, and show you where to get access to that on the app. So we start with the P&L. The P&L start for profit and loss, okay? You can calculate the profit and losses for a long position and then for a short position as well. Any of these that you want to go with, you go ahead and select it, okay? So if you want to go for a long position, once you select the position you want to make your calculation for, the next thing is to select your leverage. Okay, the next thing is to select your leverage. If, for instance, I go with 10x leverage, all right? So I'll come in here and say, we want to enter Bitcoin when, let's say the price is 21,000, for instance, okay? Your entering price is when you intend to enter a trade. Just like the signals I do provide, I give you the entering price, I give you where to set your stop loss, and then I give you where to take profit. All right, so you can use that same information and, put them here and just imagine how much you make or lose when the trade goes in your favor or go against you. Okay, so let's assume that we enter Bitcoin at 21,000. Okay, so if we enter at 21,000, remember we are using 10x leverage. All right, so what will be our exit point? Our exit point will be, let's say, when Bitcoin gets to 20,300, for instance. Okay, what's the quantity of the Bitcoin we are trading? Now, the quantity depends on the amount of money you are actually staking. Here, it gives me BTC. It gives me the option to put in the amount in BTC. If I say 1 BTC, for instance, okay, if I go ahead and calculate this, remember this is a long position. I'm on the long position tab. If I go ahead and calculate this will be in loss. The reason is because the exit price is lower than the entering price. All right. When you are long in, the exit price should always be higher than the entering price. So if I go ahead and calculate this, you see that in days, because we are trading 1 Bitcoin, okay, it cost us with 10x leverage, it will cost us 2,100 to trade 1 Bitcoin with 10x leverage. Okay. And then if the price goes to 20,300, that is going against us, well, that is minus the return on equity will now be around 33%. That is minus 33%. So you are going to lose 33% of, those 2,100 that you have here, which is what it cost you to open that position initially. All right. If we do it for short position, okay, if I come in here and calculate for short position, and then it is assumed that this price actually went in our favor. So by risking 2,100, if the price goes in our favor by 33%, we are making $700 in that trade. Okay, we are making $700 in that trade. All right. So if I come in and open trading view, let's say this is what you did like an hour or two ago, because if you look at the market right now, you see that Bitcoin is actually since after the the CPI report and the rest, Bitcoin has been on the decline. Okay, so it's still declining and the rest. So you can see, if I go to the 1 hour time frame, you see that this has been on the decline since 12 this afternoon. Okay, it has been dropping and dropping. So how low will it drop to? Nobody knows. All right, so this is how you use the calculator. Either you use it to calculate your long position or your short position. Another thing you should note here is, if I increase the leverage, remember with 10x leverage, we traded 1 Bitcoin and it cost us 21,000. All right, that is because we are using 10x leverage. What if I increase it to 20x leverage, for instance, and we are trading the same 1 Bitcoin, the same entry and exit price? If I go ahead and calculate this time around, because we are using 20x leverage, okay, it's going to cost us just $1,050, all right, to open this position of 1 Bitcoin. Okay, if you don't want to trade up to 1 Bitcoin, if I come back to the 10x leverage again, all you just need to do is to go ahead and put in 0. Let's say we don't want to trade 1 Bitcoin. Okay, so we'll just put in 0. Let's say 0.5, for instance. How much would this be with 10x leverage? Our initial margin would be 105 USDT, and then if it goes in our favor by 33%, we are making $35 in this trade. Okay, the more the leverage, the more the amount of money it will cost you to open a position. All right, and then the more the profit you make. Equally note that the more the leverage, the more the losses you equally incur if the market goes against you. That is how you use the P&L tab to calculate both for long and short. Okay, the next tab here is the target price. All right, on the target price, we equally have for long and short position. Okay, so here I'll come back to our 10x leverage. All right, always use between 1x to 10x leverage because we want to play safe in the market. So if I come in here to the 10x leverage, our entering price once again is around 21,000, right? So 21. Okay, so we'll put in 21,000. Now you say, what this target does for you is to calculate let's say you have in mind the amount of percentage you want to make before you enter a trade. Let's say you want to make 20%, okay, or you want to make 100%, or you want to make 200% before you enter a trade. This is what you do. Your entering price, you slot in your entering price, and then put in the ROE, the return on equity. How much would that be? Let's say if I want to make 200% per trade, okay, if I enter Bitcoin at 21,000 and I want to make 200% on this, where will this be? Okay, if it is a long position, we'll go ahead and calculate. If it is a long position, it means that for me to make 200% with the entering price of 21,000, Bitcoin will need to go to 25,200 for me to make 200%. 200% will means if you risk $1,000, you are making 200% of $1,000. If you risk $10,000, you're making 200% of $10,000. If it is $5 you raise, you're making 200% of $5. All right. Then if it is short position, if I come in here to the short, we want to make 200% entering the market at 21,000. Where would that be? It means that Bitcoin needs to drop up to 16,000. Okay. That is because I'm using 10x leverage. What if I use 20x leverage? And then I go ahead and click that. Bitcoin will need to drop to 18,900 for me to make 200% in market. All right. What if I change it to 100%? And then we enter at 21,000. I go ahead and calculate again. It means that Bitcoin will need to drop to $19,950, sorry, for me to be able to actually make 200% in the market. If I bring it back to 10x leverage, okay, it means that Bitcoin will need to drop to 18,900 for me to make 100% return on my investment. All right. So this is how you use the target. Okay, the target gives you what you should be estimating. If you know that 18,000 is not something you want to wait for, like for a day or two, you go ahead and reduce the percentage. If you make it 50%, for instance, okay, it means that from 21,000, Bitcoin will need to drop to $19,950 for you to be able to make 50% in the market. All right. And then the next tab here is the liquidation price. Okay, when you click on the liquidation price, it gives you an option to select the margin mode. We have the cross and the isolated. I believe you already understand what cross and isolated margin are all about, all right? So basically, a brief summary on this means that if you're using cross mode and you have 10,000, 1,000, whatever amount of money you have in your futures trading account, you are risking the whole of that money. Okay, and then if you have it on isolated mode, if I risk 1,000 per trade, it means that if I get liquidated, it is only that 1,000 that I'm going to lose. All right, so you select whatever you mode you're trading with. Okay, but I just go with isolated because this is what I advise every beginner trader to start with. Okay, so go with isolated, and then we want to calculate for 10x leverage again. We want to calculate our position for long. Okay, so our entering price again for Bitcoin will be 21. All right, 21,000. Okay. And then what is the quantity of Bitcoin we want to trade? I'm just putting in 1 Bitcoin. All right. So what is the balance you have in your account? By default, okay, the calculator automatically picks the balance you have. But let's say we have like $1,000 in our account. Okay. We just go ahead and put in that. All right. And then we're calculating for long position. So if we enter Bitcoin at 21,000, where are we going to get liquidated if we don't put stop loss? If I go ahead and calculate this, okay, insufficient wallet balance, okay, initial margin to open position. Okay, all right, it means that I can't change it because I already have a balance in my Binance account, so I have to use the balance I have on the account, which was the initial balance that was, added there, okay, the initial balance, which is this. So just by default, it picks the balance you have on your account. So in this case, I may not be able to change it to suit what you want, but I just go ahead and calculate with the balance I have. So 21, okay, 1,000, and then we traded 1 Bitcoin. All right, I guess this is where the problem is. With that $1,000, we wouldn't have traded 1 Bitcoin, all right, with 10x leverage. We would have traded 1 Bitcoin. So if I go ahead and calculate for this, it means that if we open a position with the cross mode, this is on the cross mode, that is why it's giving us, we'll get liquidated if we don't put stop loss when Bitcoin gets to 17,000. What if I change it to isolated and then go ahead and calculate? Okay, we'll still get liquidated at that point. But now the difference is on the isolated, we only lose the amount of money it costs us to open one position, 1 Bitcoin, while on the cross, it will cost us the whole of the account balance. All right. So if I put back that 1,000 again, let me put back the 1,000 and then 10x leverage, calculate this. It tells us insufficient. What if I make it 20x leverage? Will it go? Insufficient. 25x leverage. It tells us, okay, with 25x leverage, it can actually go. Now, the 25x leverage will cost you less, but look at what it is now. The liquidation price is even closer. You're entering at 21,000 and then your liquidation price will be at 20,200. Okay. So always take note of this. If I now reduce the quantity of the BTC we are trading, the liquidation price will be further. So if I go ahead and put in 0. Let's say 0.5, for instance, okay? And then with 1,000 as our balance, I go ahead and calculate this. It means that for this, okay, Bitcoin will need to get to $1,000, right? Okay, it will need to get to $1,000 for us to get liquidated using the 25x leverage. If we come back to 10x leverage and calculate that again, okay, the same thing for the 1,000, because of the quantity we are trading, the same thing for the 1,000, it will need to actually get to this level before we get liquidated. What if we say that our balance is $100, for instance? Okay, I'll go ahead and calculate this. All right, it says insufficient. Okay, because it's 0.05, so $100 would be too little. Let me make it 500. Okay, 500, it means that Bitcoin will need to get to 11,000 for us to get liquidated. If you do it for the short position too, okay, it means that Bitcoin will need to get to $30,000 for us to get liquidated. All right, that is how you use the isolated. And another thing I didn't point out is on the mode. All right, we have the one-way mode and then we have the edge mode. So if you have the edge mode activated, you can calculate for the edge mode. But right now, my account is only the one-way mode that is active. So I just calculate for that. All right. And then the next tab is the max open. Okay. The max open, what it does is you can select any of these pairs here. Okay. Any of the pairs you are trading. But once you select the BTC first, one is the BTC that is selected and the calculator pops up, by default, it will be calculating based on, the pair you selected. So for any pair you want to trade, make sure you select it first before you open up the calculator. So here, you can select any of these pair, but let's just go with BTC. Okay, we can equally calculate for long and short position. Let's go back to 10x leverage. Now, the max open will give us the maximum of what we can open of the trade size or the Bitcoin, number of Bitcoin we can trade based on the size of our futures trading account. Now, our size currently is $3,316, okay? So if our entering price is at 21, okay, we'll go ahead and put 21,000 again. All right, and I go ahead and calculate for long position too. It means that with this $3,000, the maximum I can open is 1 BTC. I cannot trade more than 1 BTC at a go. All right, if I come to the short position to the same thing, the maximum I can open is 1 BTC with my initial balance of $3,000. All right, if you now make this balance, let's say you make it 10,000, for instance, okay, and then you use 10x leverage. If I calculate this, the maximum I can open is 4 BTC. But what if I increase the leverage to 25x leverage? Then this number of BTC will increase, okay? So the maximum I can open is 11 BTC. But remember, the higher the leverage, the closer you are to, liquidation, getting liquidated and the rest, okay? But if for any reason the market goes in your favor, definitely you'll be making a whole lot of profit in that market, okay? So that is how you use this max open stuff, okay? With the balance you have here, it will tell you the maximum Bitcoin you can actually open. You cannot trade more than 11 if you're using 25x leverage. If you use 5x leverage with the same 10,000 balance in your account, you cannot trade more than 2 Bitcoin, okay? So that is how you use this, okay? Remember, the leverage is like multiplying the size of the account you have, okay? So 5x leverage means that we're having 10,000 by 5 times, which is this 50,000. So 50,000 will only open 2 Bitcoin for us, okay? And the last option here is the open price, all right? The same thing, you select the coin you want to trade or do the calculation for, okay? You can do for long or short position, okay? Now, the way this work is more or less like the Martingale strategy trading style of, all right? So let's say Bitcoin, I enter the price now at 21,000, for instance, okay? I'm calculating this for the long position too. And then when Bitcoin gets to, let's say for the long position, when it gets to 21 or 22,000, okay? Let's say it gets to 22,000, I opened another position, for instance, okay? And then it gets to 23,000, for instance, I opened another position, all right? So once I opened another position, okay, this is for long. Let me go with the short option. Okay, so for the first one, let me calculate for the long first before I go back to the short. For the first one, we traded 1 BTC. The second one, we traded, let's say 1 BTC again. And then the last one, we traded 0.5 BTC, okay? We traded like 0.5 BTC. So we open for the long position, we open the price a Bitcoin at 21,000, we open another one at 22, we open another one at 23. If we calculate this, it will tell us, give us the average price, okay? The average price will mean that if Bitcoin is at 21,800, we are not losing anything, okay? You are not making profit, you're not making gain. Now, because it is a long position, okay, you are not making profit, you are not losing anything. Because it is a long position, if it goes above this 21,800, then we are in profit, okay? And then if you go below this 21,800, then we are in losses, all right? But what if, for instance, we open a long position and then our target is to take profit at a certain level, and then the price started dropping. Let's say it drops to 20,000, okay? Put in 20,000 here, and then all of a sudden it dropped again to 19,000, all right? So if I put in 19,000, for instance, okay, so here the first time when it dropped, when we enter the market, we enter 1 Bitcoin, and then the second time when it drops to 20,000, we open another position for another Bitcoin, okay, for another 1 Bitcoin, and then when it drops to 19,000, we open another position for 0.5 Bitcoin. If I go ahead and calculate, okay, our average price will be at 20,000, meaning that if Bitcoin is at 20,000, we are just within this range, okay? Remember, we entered at 20. Right now, it has brought down the entering price to around 20,200 instead of the 21,000 which we entered initially. So anything from here, if the market starts reversing, let's say from this 2,200 and going forward, then we can be making profit. If it is for a short position, when it starts reversing from here and going downward, then we can be making profit, all right? So that is how you use this to, make sure you calculate all of this, just get an idea of what it will cost you or what is going to profit you to open a position using the calculator. All right. I just wanted to share this this evening with you. I hope it will be able to help guide you when you are making decisions to trade the market and the rest. Okay. So with this said, I'll now make it open. All right. For those of you on the Zoom, you can raise up your hand if you want to ask the question, you want to make contributions, go ahead. Okay, and if you're joining live from YouTube, you can use the chat section, okay? So you can use the chat section and I'll definitely attend to any question you ask via that platform. So if you have any question, any contribution based on what I've said or anything generally about crypto, go ahead, raise up your hand, okay? Or use the chat section. On the YouTube, you use the comment section. All right, so I believe that we all understood everything I've said here, and going forward, you should be able to know how to use the calculator. So, do some calculations before you enter any trade. Okay, so let me just quickly show you where you can find your calculator on the phone app. Okay, so if you are using the app, the calculator, give me a moment. Let me share my screen. So I'm sharing the phone screen, which is this one. Okay. So once you come in here to the app, the first thing you need to do is to go to the features. Okay. So you go to features. All right. Once you click on features, and then the next thing you want to do is the calculator. Let me remove this out of the screen. Okay. So you see the calculator at the top. Hope you can see the calculator. My drawing tool is blocking the screen. Okay, so you see the calculator up here, the plus and minus there. Okay, so once you click on it, it will pop up the calculator for you. All right. So the calculator is popped up here, so you can equally use. You have the PNL, you have the target price, you have the liquidation price, the max open. Okay, so if I slide it to the right or to the left, sorry, you equally have the open price. All of those details are here. Everything I just explained, that is how you access that on the phone. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to share that so that you get it clear. Any question? All right. So if there is no question, it is assumed that you understand everything I've explained there. This is basically what I wanted to explain this evening. Okay. I didn't want to keep us too long in the meeting here today so that you don't get bored and the rest. The interface on the phone, definitely the interface on the phone will be different. So it has to be different. It can't just be the same. The interface on the phone should be different or something. So I don't know the difference you noticed, but everything you saw here, okay, everything you saw here is on the phone. Everything I showed you, okay, let's say you want to do calculation for P&L is on the phone, target price, liquidation price, max price, open price, all of these are on the phone. So if there is anything that you notice that is not on the phone, aside the fact that the interface is different, okay, if there is any option here that is omitted on the phone, just let me know, okay? But I believe everything you see here will be on the phone, the app version of it. Just that maybe when it compresses it, you see that some are placed on top of others and the rest, just like it is here. All right, here I have long different and then the short different, but on the phone, you may be having either the long at the top or the short beneath it, something like that, okay? So aside that, I don't think there are much difference between the phone calculator and the app calculator, the desktop calculator and the app calculator. All right, any other question? Any other question as regards this? All right, so if there is no other question, I think we'll end the meeting here today. David, I don't know if you are in this meeting. We talked about the bot, the MetaFishers bot setup. If you're in the meeting, please can you indicate? Let me see if I can go through that setup now. Yes, the video will be on the platform. The video, I will send the link to the video on the platform. All right. The meta features board I was setting up for David today. David, are you here? Can we just go through those settings so that others can equally learn from it? Okay. I believe David is not here. Maybe some other time we can do that. All right. Another person that I saw that message, but I was looking for the person's number. I didn't save the number. There was somebody that sent me a message on WhatsApp of how he incurred losses each time he enters a trade, and then he needed me to tell him what to do. I don't know. Is that person in this call? If you're here, can you just indicate by raising your hand or just use the chat? Okay. Somebody is having issue when you enter a trade. You told me when you enter a trade. I was looking for the chat, but since I have unsaved a lot of unsaved number on my chat, I couldn't really point out which one it is because I didn't save your number, so I could not reply when I had the time. So he said when he enters a trade, I don't know whether the trade will go against him immediately or so. And then he will be too impatient to wait for the trade. And then immediately he closes the trade will now start going, as expected and stuff like that. So I don't know What else? Because even the signals I do send out, okay, this is one of the mistakes that a lot of us make. Even the signals that I do send out, crypto has to do, you have to be, you have to have a patience as a virtue to be able to succeed in the crypto space. All right. You might have heard that people get rich overnight. Crypto can make you rich overnight. Yes, it is true. But the thing is, making you rich overnight doesn't mean that you put in $10 today and then tomorrow you wake up and the $10 is 100 million already. No. Those who are benefiting from crypto today are those who bought as early as 2009, 2010, up to 2000. Even those who bought at 2020 before we are at the level we are now are still enjoying in the crypto space. Okay, so when you enter a trade, you don't expect the trade to start going in your favor immediately. In most cases, it will go in your favor immediately, but in most cases, all right, because when we do analysis on the chart, we do those analysis with a longer time frame. Okay, let's say I saw this coin pumping. I don't know if this is the right screen I'm sharing. Okay, I guess this is the screen, right? Yeah, this is the screen. Okay, so on the screen here, first you need to spot there are always support and resistance level at every interval. All right, at every major move in the market, or even when the market is consolidating and the rest, there are support and resistance level in the market. So when we look at the market, we're actually estimating that this price will go to hit either the support or the resistance level. And when it hit either this support or resistance, there is every tendency that the market will start bouncing back. So if the entering price is close to the support level or at between the support and the resistance level, wherever the price is, when you enter the market, there is every probability, because this chart you are looking at, you see this drop. This is on the 4 hours time frame. It means that for the past 5 to 6 hours now, or getting to 8 hours now, Bitcoin has been dropping. All right. If you look at this chart here, this Bitcoin has been dropping for the past, getting to 8 hours right now. But if I come to the 5 minutes time frame, okay, you see that when it drops, okay, it bounces back a little. When it drops, it bounces back a little, even on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, it didn't just go straight, just like you saw on the 4 hours. So it drops, it bounces back, it drops, it bounces back, it drops, it bounces back. All right. So this up and down that you see on the lower time frame is what you will be experiencing, most especially when your trade, when it is a swing trade and it has to take days before it ends. So the only solution to you experiencing losses and then always closing the trade by force is to have enough money. Okay, always have enough funds on your account to hold a position. Because when you use this calculator tool, and then you come in here, let's say you want to enter a position at 21, just like we did here. So I want to enter a position at 21,000, for instance. Okay, 21,000, and I'm planning to exit this position when Bitcoin gets to 22, for instance. Okay, so if it gets to 22, and I'm ready to raise, how much am I ready to raise? Let's say 0.05 BTC. Okay, if I calculate this, it means that 0.05 will cost me $52. All right, it will cost me $52 to open this position. And then when it gets to 22,000, it means that I am making 95%, that is 95.24%, ROE in return. All right, risking $50. The next thing I need to do is to know when I will get liquidated. I am using 20x leverage. Okay, I am using 20x leverage. Let me show you the difference now. On the 20x leverage, it will cost me $52.50 to open 0.05 BTC, which is this 52.50. Okay, with the 20x leverage. If I come in here to the liquidation tab, all right, go to isolated, and then one-way mode, we are opening the same 20 positions. So our entering price once again is 21, okay? And then we traded 0.05 BTC, okay? And then we used 52.50, right? That is 52.50, okay? So if I go ahead and calculate this, it means that you'll be liquidated when the price gets to When the price gets to what? 20,000. Remember, you entered at 21, but if the price go against you and then it gets to 20,100, you will get liquidated. Okay, you will get liquidated. This liquidation means that you will lose the whole of this 52.50 cents. That is what it means. But the way you can avert this is, let's say we open this position here at 52, then you can come back to the trade. As you can see here, my trade is already going here. You can come back to the trade and click on this one, this option that says add margin. All right. If I click on this one here, maybe on your app, you will see add margin, but here, this is where you add the margin by clicking on this pencil icon. Okay. If you click on this pencil icon and add margin, all right, the margin you are adding will now push your liquidation price further. It will push it far away from, the entering price. Then that way you'll be able to remain in the market for a longer time. But one thing you should note is that when you add margin, the margin does not add up to your profit. Okay, if you open a position worth $50 and you add another $50, no matter what, even if you get to 200%, the position, this return will be calculated based on the initial 52 or $50 that you entered that market with. All right. So I just had to explain this. I don't know if I'm breaking in that, to your understanding to get that. All right. With this, you should be able to stay in the market longer. All right. Knowing that the market will definitely go in your favor. When it goes in your favor, you are in profit. Okay. So one final thing I have to say here before I end this meeting is, for those of you who are trading altcoins, okay, there are some of these altcoins that will just wake up and start pumping. Okay. Please, when a coin is pumping, the coin is just going high, 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 high. I think I saw one today. I traded one today. Let me go ahead and search for that coin that I traded today. That should be Reef. Okay. Everything was dropping in the market, but this particular coin was just pumping, USDT. Okay. So I traded this on Binance. So let me make sure that I'm selecting the one for Binance. So this is the token I'm talking about. And then go to, let's look at it at 4 hours time frame. All right. So Bitcoin was dropping. Every other coin in the market was dropping, but all of a sudden this coin woke up and started pumping. All right. And started pumping. Let me do the 4 hours, 1 hour. Okay. It's now consolidated. So it pumped up to around 64 or thereabout. Okay. Pumped up to 64 and now it begins to drop. So one thing you will note here is that it is easy for this coin to pump, but it will not remain up there forever. Okay. So it will always be easier for the coin to drop, because if, for instance, you saw this coin that it was pumping at 60 cents, this 0.061 or 62, okay, and you say, this coin is pumping, and you just jump into it without even doing other analysis and the rest, it will be easier for this coin to drop and incur losses for you. All right. So the coin is always quick to drop than when it's going up, 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 no matter how it pumps. Okay. When it pumps up too much, it will always drop down. And when it drops, it will remain there for a longer time before it can actually start reversing back. It is not like Bitcoin that can pump today, drop tomorrow, and the rest. Some of these altcoins, when they drop, because somebody said that he uses when you go to Binance or the MetaFutures app, you see the top 10 losers. Because a coin is losing, most especially when it is an altcoin that is not too popular, doesn't mean that it will reverse or wake up immediately. So be very careful to trade losing coin. All right. But when it's pumping, wait for it to pump to a certain level and then short that coin. You will definitely be making profit when you do it that way. All right. But if for any reason it goes against you and you know you cannot bear it, always put a stop loss. Always put a stop loss. If you are risking $100, out of that $100, say, if it goes against me by minus $20, I want to stop this trade. You will still have $80 to fight back the market. Then when it is minus $20, you say, no, it's going minus $30, you are still waiting. Minus $80, you are still looking at the market until you get liquidated. That one is foolishness. You will not be able to succeed that way. Okay. If you don't have that patience to wait for, a market, for a trade to be like 2-3 days before it makes profit for you, then always make sure you are trading on a lower time frame. And if it goes against you, go ahead and close the trade. You still have some balance that you can use to trade the market. And if you do that, you should be able to make back the losses maybe the previous trade made for you. Okay. So that is it this evening. Please, on spot trading, how will you know when to take profit? The spot trading option is simple. Okay. Spot trading option is simple. You don't buy a coin when it is pumping. For instance, those of you who started buying Lunar Classic, okay, you bought Lunar Classic, you didn't buy it. Now, one mistake we do make a lot is you see now that everything is dropping. This is the right time to buy any coin you want, not just any coin. That is, if you have done your, your findings, and then you know that that coin has a value, okay, and then you want to invest in it. This is the time to buy. I bought Solana at $100 and something. What is Solana today? Solana is less than $30 or thereabout. I'll be around that $30. Will I kill myself? No. That is how the crypto market is. But will Solana hit another $100 or maybe hit more than $100 in the future? Yes, that is why I'm still living my Solana. So if it gets there, I will definitely be making profit from that. Okay, those of you who bought Matic, bought Ada, you remember we bought Matic like around $2 plus, but today Matic is less than $1. So if you buy now and the market start recovering, you are in profit. Okay, you are in profit. So the same thing applies to spot. You don't buy when the coin has pumped to a level. That is why on the BitGet spot trading that I did, I think that video is out already, or the video may be out tomorrow or something. Okay, you use your RSI. This is a simple indicator that you can use. What you use is you wait for the market to be oversold. All right. So in your own case as a spot trader, you wait for the market. When you see it at this oversold level, you buy. Then when it's beginning to approach the overbought level, you sell. That is how you do spot trading. You don't go and buy when everybody is buying here. Futures trading, we do both options because when you're long, it goes in your favor, you profit. When you short, it goes in your favor, you are in profit. But with spot trading, always wait for the market to go up. You are selling at when it goes up. When it drops, to a level, the overbought level, the oversold level, that is when you buy. And then when it pops up, you sell. I cannot tell you that, you buy at 21. For instance, if you are trading Bitcoin, okay, if you buy now at 20,000, just wait for it to get to 21. It is you who will decide to say, okay, I want to make 20% of this or 30% of this. When it gets to that level, so you just do the calculation. When will it get to 30%? Okay. When it gets to that level, you just take profit and exit the market. All right. So that is spot trading is just simple. Just buy low and sell high, and don't be too greedy. Don't wait till you make 200%, 300%. Okay. If you are not holding for a longer time, don't wait until that. Just buy low and sell high. Just like, why people are buying Lunar Classic and holding. I don't know what the future holds for Lunar Classic, but all I just need to do is to take advantage of the Lunar Classic up and down. Okay, when it goes up, I'll wait. That is, if I bought low, when it goes up, I'll sell. When it retraces back again, I'll wait for it to drop to that overbought level. Okay, it means that the RSI needs to be trading below 20. All right. If it is trading below 20, anything 16, 17, 15, 10 or thereabout, I'll go ahead and buy. And then with a little pump in the market, I am selling. I'll make profit and exit the market. Okay. For those of you who are holding for a longer time, if Luna has a future tomorrow, fine and good, it will profit you more. Okay. So that is how you do sports. And okay, so somebody is even saying he bought Luna when it was 65,000, 65,000, all right? So yeah, I don't know what it is today. If I go to Binance, let's look at what Luna is currently on the Binance P2p. How many of us have tried out the Binance P2p arbitrage stuff? I did like 2 transactions today and it was in profit. So the profit are not much, but if you have a larger capital, a bigger capital, it should, should pay you. So if you go to P2p trading, let's see what Luna is today. There is Luna here. Is it Luna or Solana? I thought it's Solana on the P2P stuff. Or is it on the app? I thought I saw Solana. Solana. Yes, now. It's on the app. Okay, it's not on the web version, it's on the app. So today is 24,300 okay, let me share that screen so that you'll be able to see. It's 24,000. So Solana right now is 24,300. So you can imagine, meaning that Benedict, who bought at 65,000, is like, minus 50% already. So minus 50% or more. So this is a time you can actually buy Solana right now. Okay, you can buy at 24. I think at a point it even dropped to around 15, 17,000 or thereabout. Yes, it did. It dropped more than even this 24. Okay, it dropped more than 24. So you can buy now. This is what it costs you to buy one Solana actually. All right. So if you buy like 2, 3 or thereabout, you can wait. Maybe in a few days from now, it will get to 30,000. You sell. When it increases more, you sell and the rest. So this is even the time to pick some of this coin. This is the time to pick some of this coin. If you have spare money, let's say you are a high data user like me, I spend more than 20, 30,000 a month for data. I spend more than that. So if, for instance, you're spending that kind of money for data and the rest, and at the end of the day, you just say, no, this month, I'm not going to subscribe data. I want to invest this money for data. Remember, when you subscribe for data, the money is gone and gone forever. So, or maybe you like eating fish, you like drinking beer, stuff like that. Just sacrifice one of those money, pack up the money somewhere, sacrifice it and put it. When you put it in crypto, what you're simply doing is that, okay, I have used this money to go, enjoy myself. I have lost this money. It is gone forever. So that you not have high blood pressure. That's why I'm giving these instances. So when you buy Solana 24,000, maybe you spend 50,000 whenever you go to the bar and the rest. If you invest 50,000 into Solana, you've taken like, two bottle, for instance, 2 bottle, which is what 50,000, that is gone. Come and look at that 50,000 after a year, or after 2 years, or after 3 years. It could appreciate earlier than 2, 3 years to come. But just know that, okay, this money is gone. And then look at it after a year plus or 6 months plus. You'll be amazed at the result you'll be getting. Okay, that is one way you can invest. When you do longer term, it will always profit you going forward. All right. All right. The arbitrage equally, always be fast about it, and look at the differences in the market when you want to do 100K. My 100K remains 36 on Solana. Don't worry. Okay, don't sell it out of frustration. Okay, don't sell it out of frustration. If you have more money, you can be buying one Solana once a week. Okay, maybe once a month or so. You can be buying, even if you don't buy up to one Solana, even if it is 5,000 you can buy some fraction of Solana and add up to what you have already. So don't sell it now. Don't sell it now. It will get to that 60,000, or it even get to 100,000 going forward. So just be patient with it. Okay, that is why patience is key in the crypto space. Just be patient with it. You will definitely make back that money going forward. All right. So that is it for today. Okay. Those of you who are afraid, why we do trading, some of us, why we do trading, this is like our daily bread, it gives us our daily bread. So we are constantly trading features that is giving us $2, $3 on a daily basis. At times we lose money. I won't lie to you. At times we lose money, but at times we make money. But when you calculate your losses at the end of the week, at the end of the month, if your losses surpasses your gain, then you should rethink or re-strategize. But if always you compare the losses you made for that month and then the gain you made, and the gain is always more than the losses, then you're a good trader. Okay. No matter how good a trader is, they always lose money. But in a case where the money you are losing becomes more than what you're making, then it doesn't make any sense. Okay. It doesn't make any sense. So if you cannot do this, there is feature in crypto. I don't know what this will be in the next 5 years to come from now. Okay, there are a lot of estimates come 2030 and going forward and the rest. You are hearing about crypto today and you're still skeptical about it. You will be here, 2025 will come and pass, and you say, oh, if had I know. You'll be here, 2030 will come and pass. Maybe by then, Bitcoin would have hit 100K, and you will still be saying, oh, if had I know. Those of us who knew about it as early as 2010, we never took action. Sometime when we started doing online investment and they asked us to invest in Bitcoin, we were, I remember that year I was suffering. There was nothing like I was not using app to do transfer or thereabout. You have to go because of the money you are paying, the bulk of the money you are paying. You have to go to the bank, deposit the money, and ask the teller to transfer the money immediately. Okay, because you want to meet up and the rest. Then you come and snap that teller the slip they are giving to you and send to the person that you have made payment before they can approve it. And you have to do this thing within 15 minutes. I think it was 12 minutes. They later push it to 15 minutes. And you have to do this within that. So we're doing wrong investment all this while, and then the money was going and going. You can imagine the money I've invested since 2016 in doing wrong in online investment and the rest. If I've held that money up to now, that would have been a lot of money. I believe you have same experience with what I'm sharing right now. So what you can do right now is to spare, even if it is 5,000 every month, invested in crypto. Buy any of these assets that are very low. Okay? Buy it, invest in your future, invest in the future of your children, and going forward, you will definitely be amazed. Those ones, you don't incur losses like we do on futures. Those of us who are day traders, you don't incur losses. Okay? But if you have a larger money and you want to do crypto as a business, then sit down, learn, seek for counsel. Okay? Know how you can. There is no how you come in. For those of you who are starting business, maybe your business startup capital will be like 30,000, 50,000, in 100,000, and there's no how you come in with that amount of money in crypto. All right. And your target is to make, even if it is $1,000 on a daily basis, when you have, a higher capital. These are for those who are, having higher capital and the rest. You can be making it consistently and be avoiding getting liquidated, incurring losses and the rest. So just seek counsel. Let somebody guide you. And start up crypto as a business. P2p you are looking at right now, all of these prices you are seeing that these are people full-time business. As it is now, right now, if you want to buy crypto worth 100 million naira, somebody is ready to sell it. Let me even show you that. It's not even GoCom. If you want to, let's say you have crypto worth 100 million, 200 million, and you want to sell that, somebody is ready to buy it from you. Okay? Somebody's ready to buy it from you. You can go ahead and check all of this. Check, the limit. This person is from 5 million to about 195 million naira. Somebody is ready to do this bank wire directly to your bank for you. So this is like full-time business for a lot of people. Even if it is 5 million, 10 million, 50 million you want to buy now, people are ready to sell to you. Okay? So it's just that, Nigerians, we don't like making noise about who. That is why when they are talking of those who are billionaires, millionaires in the crypto space, you only hear names of Americans and other countries. Okay? There are Nigerians who are secret billionaires and millionaires in crypto, but they won't come and tell you because the next thing EFCC will come after them and start asking questions and the rest. So, gentlemen, that is it for this video. Sorry, I'm talking too much. All right, so yeah, the video will be live. Sorry if you cannot hear me. Maybe it's from your end. I believe other people can hear me. The video will be live. It's live on YouTube, and I'll quickly post the link of the video. Okay, I'll post the link of the video on the platform. So if there is no contribution, no question, I think we'll draw the line here. And hopefully you've been inspired today. Go and see how you can invest in crypto going forward, and you will definitely enjoy doing that. 1,000 naira every day. Okay, look at even BNB that was 200 and something thousand today. It's even down to 190 something. 1,000 naira every day, 5,000 naira every week, 10,000 naira every month can, do a lot of things for you in the crypto space. Okay. I know of someone who started in 2017 and was putting, I don't know how much that guy was earning, but he was putting like 20K every month in crypto. 20K every month. After 4 years, that 20K was worth millions of naira. 20K every month in crypto, that was worth millions of naira. So if what you are earning today can afford you to sacrifice 20K every month, 20K every month is doable. It is even less than what a lot of people spend when they go out. You know, there are people who drink like every week. They drink, if not every day, they drink every week. There are people who like chilling every week. So if you can afford 20K every day, every month in crypto, do it for the next 5 years, and you'll be amazed at the results you will get. Okay. So if you don't know how, you can ask, we'll show you how to be investing. If it is 5,000, 20K, whatever it is every month, you want to be investing in crypto, you can do that. And the result will be wow going forward. That one, you don't, the only risk that is involved is that you can invest your 20K today and then tomorrow you turn around, your 20K is worth 1,000 naira. Okay, it's very possible. You invest like 100K in crypto, just like Benedict is sharing with now, okay, in crypto, and then tomorrow you turn around and before you know it, your investment is worth nothing. And then you'll be like, what kind of investment in this? But going forward, when you look at it on a long run, okay, that's why I'm always insisting on this. Long run means you are doing anything from 5 years and above. It may appreciate before that 5 years, but just have it at the back of your mind that if I'm doing this in the next 5, 10 years, this is what I want to achieve. It will definitely pay you. Okay. So that is it for today. If there is no question, there's no contribution, then we'll call it a day. And I'll see you guys hopefully by Friday or so. Yeah, our next meeting will be on Friday because I'll be engaged tomorrow and next. David, I was looking for you. You joined late and I'm ending the meeting already. Okay, you can unmute yourself if you want to say, make any contributions, go ahead.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, waiting for the PDF you wanted to send. I didn't get the PDF. And the setting for the bots.
Okay, the PDF has the setting in it. Okay, I don't know. Please, I'll send the PDF. I'll send the PDF on the platform right now. Go ahead and input all the settings. If there is anything you don't understand, just send me a chat. Okay. If there's anything you don't understand, send me a chat. And then on the chat, equally let me know what your capital, your trading capital will be, so that I will let you know. Then hopefully maybe before today runs out, if I see any opportunity of any coin I'm going to trade, I think I'm going to short this. If I short this coin, it will make me some profit. So that we'll see how we can take it forward from there. Okay. So I'll send the chat after this meeting on the platform.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanted to find out also, is there a place where one can confirm this shit coins before their launch?
Yes, and I think I mentioned it here. I mentioned, ICO drop is what I use most of the time. Okay, you can equally use DEX tool. DEX tool, I think that one is based on the Binance smart chain stuff. So DEX tool. But you have to be careful. Oh, this one you are talking of meme of cheat coin. You have to be careful because if I show you what is going on DEX2 right now, there are coins that are being published here like on a daily basis. Okay. If I go to live new page, every second there is a coin published here. But some of these coins you see here are scams. People are using it to raise funds. And once they raise that funds, okay, they just disappear. So if you don't know any coin that is reliable, okay, just stay away from it. Don't go and do. You see, like this one, Okay, this is a coin published 30 seconds ago, 40 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago. These are some of these are real, some of them, in fact, 90% of what you see here are fake. So people use it like fundraising to raise money. Okay. So before you do this kind of thing, you need to, look at equally the flow. You need to look at.
I use token sniper to raise them.
The total liquidity. Okay. Once the liquidity is high, okay, when the liquidity is high, it means that there could be real humans in the project and the rest. Okay, but these things can be risky. You invest in a token and then it has happened to me not once, not twice. Just like what is that coin called again? The Nigerian-based coin, the Zuga coin. I don't know how many of you got involved with that nonsense. Today now, the Zuga coin that was everybody was hyping and advertising everywhere. Even when it was a reverend that was involved in it, maybe a bishop. Look at where that thing landed us. Anyways, that is by the way. Let me
okay, now because I just check. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I just opened ICO drops. I'm seeing 15 hours left. I'm seeing 11 days left. I'm seeing 12 days left. So all these ones are about to be launched. I think I can do my investigation on them and go for them.
Yeah, one thing I love about the ICO drops is that on the website, they give you the white paper of that particular project. Okay. They give you the white paper. You can go ahead for, this is the active ICO. Okay. These are the ones that are ongoing. I think I gave an example of how before Gal did his trading around how many dollars in Binance was. It was doing ICO here at less than $1. That Gal token, if you know. So like this one, this active ICO that you're seeing here, if I click on it, okay, most of the ICOs you see white paper here. Okay, you can go read out the white paper. If it is something that resonates with you, you go ahead and take it. Okay, you can visit their website. Okay, you can equally see the additional links, okay, that are posted here. ICO drops gives you details to do your own research. They give you details to do your own research. So you just go ahead and, this, their public offering, initial offering and the rest, you go ahead and, okay, this is actually ended already. I think they have raised the money they required. It's ended. This is ended. Let me go back to it, active. Let me check the one that is ongoing. This one is 15 hours left, meaning that it's going to end anytime soon. If you check this, okay. So here you can go read out the white paper. You can go to the website of this platform, check the people behind it. What is their project about? What is the use case behind their project? Okay, I believe this one is related to metaverse and the rest and stuff like that. So check the real, use case about that project. If it is something that resonates with you, if you are ready to sacrifice, your $5 or $10, your $1,000, go ahead and do it. And then when this finally get listed on PancakeSwap or Uniswap, depending on the network it is built on, okay, you could be making, maybe you take profit there. When it is listed on the centralized exchange, then you are good to go. So do your findings, and anyone this exclusive listing. I don't know what this means. Is it that it's listed on Bybit or something? Okay, I think this is already through Launchpad, Abi. Yes, through Launchpad is already listed on platform on some of the exchanges. Okay, so look at it. Okay. So get ready for exclusive list. It has not even been listed. So maybe after the ICO ends, it will be listed on Bybit. Okay. So it will be listed on Bybit and the rest. So you can go ahead and look at it. If it is something you can do, go ahead and put in your money. And when it's listed, just trade it out for cash and you exit the market.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your patience. I think we are good to go here. Okay. Wakanda, I know somebody was disturbing me. I went to one office like that one day, and then somebody was saying come and put money in Wakanda. You know, we are very good in promoting such things. Okay, put money, and today everybody who put in money in that, you know, are just so disappointed and the rest. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it is well, Sha. It is well. You know, some of the time we waste, the money we spend in, you know, doing scam projects and the rest, we can use it to do real things in the crypto space. Real business that will not just liberate you as a person, but it will give a lot of opportunity to a lot of people you are trying to help than just to decide to, you know, scam a lot of people and exit the market. It's not fair. All right, that is it for today. If there is no more question, no more contributions, thank you all for your patience, and I'll see you guys in the next meeting.
Okay. That's okay. Okay, so are you a figure?